My chemistry is flow. Because of it, you will listen to she was a man who was a race. Man, I'm close to man, that's how I am. Man, I'm a hard in
Blessed my people, welcome back, you see me? So peeps, today we'll be talking about a veteran reggae slash dancehall singer who goes by the name Nadine Sutherland. And in case you don't know, Nadine Sutherland is the first artist Bob Marley officially signed. Nadine Sutherland at a very tender age was signed to Bob Marley's Tough Gang recording label. So we're going to take a little look at her musical journey, as also we're going to take a look at the struggles, and I mean a lot of ups and downs, because as you know, in life everyone's journey has its challenges, and you know, Nadine is no exception. She had her fair share of challenges, but she overcome, you know what I mean, and regardless of the challenge, it does not change the fact that she's one of the greatest reggae slash dancehall singers that Jamaica has produced. So let's delve a bit into her musical journey. So people, Teresa Sutherland, better known by her stage name Nadine Sutherland, was born on the 15th of March in the year 1968 in Kingston, Jamaica. However, she was brought up in a community known as Above Rocks in St. Catherine, and this was where she started performing in the year 1979. In that year, she won the TST's talent contest, even though she had some tough competition, you know, like Paul Blake and the Great King Yellowman. Yeah, people. So Nadine was very, very outstanding. Her parents were the ones who were nurturing her career, and I mean, they were basically managing her while she was attending high school. She combined her musical career with studies in business administration. Yeah, people. So Nadine Sutherland, I never not done, you see me? Yeah, man. Even though she had the music, she also ensured that she got an education, because at the end of the day, without education, you know, there will be no sense of direction, because you have to know how to function. And as we always say, music is not just about talent, you know, music is about business, you know. So it was a very smart move from her to ensure that she delved into business administration so she can manage her own thing. And that is just how life is, you know what I mean? The wise ones. And as I said earlier, people, Nadine Sutherland was the first artist to be signed by the legendary Bob Marley. And this was on Bob Marley's Tough Gang record label. She recorded a song titled Starvation on the Land. And people, Nadine was only 11 years old. So for a legend like Bob Marley to sign Nadine Sutherland at such a tender age, you know what I mean? Under the guidance of her parents, of course, you know that she must have been an exceptional talent, you get me? So in addition to Starvation on the Land, Nadine also recorded a few more Christian reggae singles, you know, such as Hands and Heart, A Young One Like Me, and Work and Pray. And even though she was so talented and she was associated with the likes of Anthony Sangy Davis and Rita Marley, none of her early reggae singles from the early 80s reached the Billboard at 100. So you know, after Bob Marley sadly passed away, you know what I mean, the great legend went to rest, you know. So that was basically a free agent now, but she never have the level of mentorship there again. And trust me, it also took a toll on her, because knowing that Bob Marley was basically her guiding light, and you know, Bob Marley just dropped out of the blues, you know what I mean, people, it kind of mashed up her brain a little bit, you see it? But that never take away her talent, you know what I mean? She kept on trying, even though the struggles were real. Nadine, a real warrior, and you see it? Can't go around that, not even for a second, you see me? You know, she performed at several memorial concerts outside of Jamaica, along with Ziggy Marley, you know, Ziggy Marley, Bob Marley's son, and the Melody Makers, as also the I-Trees and the Wailers. But as I was saying, she struggled to break through as a solo artist, and after touring the US as support to Bunny Wailer, she worked as a backing vocalist at Gussie Clarke's Music Works studio. She went on to work for Dada Van Germain at his Penthouse Studios, Jermaine produced her 1993 hit song, a song titled Action, a combination with Terror Fabulous. The track was used by the Jamaica Labour Party as their election campaign theme, and in 2007 was included by Vibe at number 19 in its list of the 50 greatest duets of all time. In the US, Action reached number 43 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. Buju Banton's Dicky was remixed as Wicked Dicky, with Sutherland adding vocals, and this topped the charts in Jamaica. She collaborated with Banton again on a single, What Am I Gonna Do? Yeah man, so you don't know, say, once she and Buju Banton link up, it's song and make. So in the year 2006, Sutherland performed at Reggae Sun Splash, and in the year 2007, she released the album titled Call My Name, which was a hit in Jamaica, as well as on reggae charts in Florida and New York. At the Canadian Reggae Music Awards in 2008, the album was nominated the top reggae CD album in the international category, while a single from the album, Big Things, was nominated as Best Reggae Single internationally. In the year 2015, she completed her master's degree in cultural studies at the University of the West Indies and recorded with Mad Professor with an album planned. In September 2020, Nadine recorded a doublet special of her 1993 hit Action, originally with Terror Fabulous, for US Vice President candidate Kamala Harris, featuring the lyrics Action, not a bag of mouth. You know what I mean, people? Yeah, man. Sutherland for many years has been a judge on the popular digital TV show Rising Star, Rising Star, but a whole heap of star, you see it? And you know, Sutherland is one who has the eye for talent, and she was able to pick out some stars and say, yes, there are some people who really I got through, you know what I mean? She always have good encouraging words to give to people, and so on and so forth. So Nadine Sutherland was basically doing well after facing her struggles, when Bob Marley passed away. She was basically recouping, you know what I mean? She gets some music out there. She was on mainstream. Her thing a go on, you know what I mean? Just as she was basically, at the peak of her career, you know what I mean? When she was about to cross that line, there were a lot of rumors being circulated that she is hooked on drugs and some serious allegations, people, you know what I mean? Nadine Sutherland said that these accusations were so serious and damaging that it led her into depression, you know what I mean? Almost completely destroyed her career. That is so sad, and kind of ironic, you know what I mean? To know that you are making progress, you do your thing and you go through, and the same people who are supposed to be looking out for you, people who are supposed to entrust you, alright, those are the ones who will start to say things about you. And people, the funny thing about it, once people start to talk certain things about you, and you start to put it in your brain and you start to worry about it, what that will do is to send you in depression. And after you find yourself in depression, what will happen is that you start to look like you actually take drugs through, because it start to bother you start to move strange, you get paranoid and a whole heap of things. So trust me, it's very, very sad, people. This is what Nadine Sutherland had to say about the issue, and I quote, "It basically almost ruined me. I thought it would have passed, but it took on a life of its own, that some people wanted to believe it. Internationally, it lost credibility. I lost faith in myself. I wasn't suicidal, but I had suicidal thoughts, because I couldn't believe it could have taken on what it took on." And those are the words of Nadine Sutherland, people, and to show you how serious the allegations are. It was basically leading her to having suicidal thoughts. Once people start to have suicidal thoughts, it simply means the mentals are going, mental issue, dangerous something. So I say, people, but undoubtedly, Nadine Sutherland is one of our greatest dancers / reggae singers, and there's no going around that, because our track record is there to prove it. Nadine Sutherland was also presented with the Order of Distinction in the rank of officer for her contribution to music, people. So she has been recognized by the country, for the work that she has been putting in also. But Nadine is one of those persons who have a very nice personality, a very loving person. Maybe she have a little self-esteem issues in terms of, you know what I mean, she worry about what people have to say about her. You see what I say? And that was what led her into depression. Maybe if she was more confident in herself, you know what I mean, and the kind of person that she is, she would have been, you know what I mean, she would not have put those rumors on her brain. But, you know, when you have self-esteem issues, trust me, it's rough. As we say, Nadine Sutherland, a true icon of our music, and there's no going around that. We have to acknowledge her and the work that she has done. So, big up yourself, Nadine. So, big up yourself, Nadine Sutherland. You know what I mean? You have real supporters out here, same way, regardless of what persons have said in the past and are saying. You know what I mean? Big up yourself. You are loved. Anyways, people, you can like, you can subscribe, and you can share. Peace.
Starvation. I give a little before I start. I just want to say how thankful I am for this honor. It's so famous. You see, me grew up in a dance hall, and I grew up with my father dance hall, man. And I understand. Although I never could have go dance still. Because my family did strict. But I understand when I used to see the crowning in Gemini, the crowning in Astorga, the crowning. And I understand it's such a great honor. I really feel good. Daddy, the original stone from Crossroad, from the tasty talent contest, till here I am at this age and stage, and my father still there around with me. Big up for the big father then, man. May I just say one thing, Enough man didn't watch the mango when it arrived, but there was a rest with the last, and I watched them and I said, yeah, touch my daughter. Big up all of the father them and the real father them. My heart swell because I know that the people are the people, and when the people endorse you, are the biggest and baddest endorsement. Thank you, everybody. I really thank you tonight. Give yourself a big round of applause. All right, hold on. I'm gonna sing Action, but Starvation is the first song, and that you remember it. I'm gonna just do a little piece, right? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Starvation of the land, yeah. So if you can, help up your brother, man, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Sleeping children in the park, yeah. Got nowhere to go in the wee hours after dark, yeah. For you, my brethren. Big up the spirit of Bob Marley, because Bob Marley opened the doors for me. And my first song was Starvation, and I really appreciate, sir. Remember, draw the tune. Ooh, yeah, all right. Action. So we go to the girl and broke out. Action. So we loving the girl and broke out. You think you are so fine. Each time I work on my watch your time. Stop playing with my mind. Woman who in a joke and she will wonder why. You call me on the phone. 1 hour worth of talking, angel come down. And now I want you up. I tell Jackie so she not use no stuff. Action. So we action. So we loving the girl in the club. I need some action, say. My chemistry is flowing. Can you cause a chain reaction? I need some action. My chemistry is flowing. We got that revolution now.
Nadine Sutherland, your father sent to school to learn the musical room, and then go come and teach in the musical school.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Pick up yourself. Action. So we action. So we loving me the girl. You think you are so fine. Bitch, I know I can't watch your time. Stop playing with mom. Woman, no in a joke. You call me on the phone when I were with a talking angel couple. And now I want you. I told you kisses she not use no stuff. Action. I need selection. My chemistry is flowing. My chemistry is flowing. One more time. Because of it, you listen to what she was a man who was a real. And I'm close to man, that's how I am.